So I suppose the first thing to do on this channel is to talk about what's brought me here. Basically, about a year ago, Christmas 2012 it was, I was diagnosed with something called cognitive dyspraxia. Now, this isn't the first part of the story, this is actually kind of about 3/4 of the way through, but I'll get to that in a minute. Dyspraxia is a developmental coordinational disorder, probably said that wrong, which affects the coordination of a person. A lot of the time it affects the motor skills of a person, and therefore they are the sense of space and surroundings aren't the same as everybody else's. It can also be verbal, which affects speech and the way that you may speak, and a lot of the time this is all in children, but it does occur in adults as well, like myself. But in my case it is mostly cognitive, which means it affects the coordination of my thoughts, which means I literally sometimes can't think straight. That is a gross oversimplification of the matter, but that is the way I was told myself when I was diagnosed, that it is a lack of coordination of thoughts as opposed to a lack of coordination of movements. And a lot of the time this manifests itself in a lack of organisational success. So bad timekeeping, inability to start tasks. It has nothing to do with intelligence whatsoever. It is just the fact that you can see a task and like, I can't find an entry point. And that in itself sometimes leads, well, sometimes, very often leads to procrastination of a task. And because one is procrastinating, one doesn't get stuff done, and then one feels bad about oneself. And that is what happened in my case. During university I didn't get things done until the last minute, and I then felt bad about myself. I thought I hadn't done a good job, I didn't feel like a good student, I didn't feel like a proper student. These feelings led to me getting very depressed, and also didn't help was the fact that I was away in Germany for a year. I loved Germany, I loved Berlin, the city I was in, I loved the people that I met there. I did not get on with the academic side of it at all. Not because of the lecturers or anything, but just because of this condition. And it almost cost me my degree. I had this problem, and I had other problems in my life as well, of a more personal nature, which then kind of almost cost me my degree, but it didn't. I was granted another go, and I managed to graduate last year, which I am very happy about. But that's not the end of it, and the fight isn't over. And I still need to work every day to get the things done that I want done, including this video, and setting up this entire channel has been something which I've been wanting to do for ages, but just haven't got around to it. But what I want to do on this channel is to give people the benefit of my experience. I mean, it is not exhaustive, I am not a professional, I'm just saying what has worked for me. What coping techniques have worked for me, and what might work for others, resources that are available, and try and also spread the word about this, because it's not something that many people know about or take seriously. And it is serious. I mean, it's not just me being lazy, and that was a big relief for me actually when I was diagnosed, is that I wasn't just being lazy. It wasn't just me not getting my act together and not pulling myself together. It was due to something outside of my control. I was able to manage it enough through university to get a good mark, and again I'm very proud of that. but like I say, it doesn't stop now. I've got the aims that I want to do in life. I want to get into acting. That is my biggest aim. That is my career goal. I also want to make more videos on YouTube, which I'm starting, because I used to do a lot and I miss it, and I want to get fit. But the first thing that I need to do is I need to get myself into a good routine, and I need to get myself working on myself, and I can't do that if I'm working to somebody else's schedule, because of the nature of this condition that I have. And it's the way that I have chosen to deal with it. It might not be the way that everybody does, but that's just my way of dealing with it. Over-organisation is the main thing that I was told to do in terms of coping techniques, and I found various different ways of doing it, but that will be covered in another video. So this has been the first video of the channel, just telling you a little bit of the backstory. I'm not sure I've gone quite into it in this much detail before, so be interesting to see what you guys think of it. Follow me on Twitter, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this video. Give me suggestions for future videos to do. I've got some planned, but I always welcome suggestions. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. God, I hope that recorded.